Well, I was saying that because I think the fact that she's saying this means that it's working. Like that if she doesn't realize that those are the things that sacrificial lambs, like the things that I'm willing to give out so that it's like there's enough. What do you call that? Well, I mean, like it is all true because it all I don't make it up. So this is the thing: is that am I hiding something or am I not? It's like, well, it's impossible to tell, and it's like irrelevant for most people. So I'm not. But I mean that the point is that if there is something that needs to like, um, then that needs to. But I just mean that what? we That's true. I wouldn't lie. I have, but I mean, no. What though? See, that's the thing is that I wouldn't be. But this it's kind of irrelevant because like I wouldn't be applying anything of this to like to be hurting you anyway, and you know that. But so I'm like, that's kind of irrelevant. But I mean, like then it really helps to underscore like then what is it that you apply to that I'm like well, what is so dangerous about what you think is so dangerous then? You know, it's kind of like when people presume. We had this conversation because we went to dinner with Father Russell last night after this practice that he had for that high mass tomorrow, and wait, is this Saturday? Today's Friday, not Saturday. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so basically, in the car, Anthony was laying it in on me that she goes, like, and he smokes, Father. It's like how like. Can you tell him that? Can you tell him that it's bad for him? And he's got to stop. And then Father Russell was like, well, it's moderately bad. It's not that bad or whatever. The point being that it's like, why is it so important to her to push me to stop? And then the topic came up about like, well, what if it was other like cocaine and or marijuana or things that were all these things that at one point not long ago were legal and available in stores, for example, like even ecstasy used to be sold legally, and well, it did used to be. Not, I mean, not for that long, but before the '90s or during the '80s, you could buy methamphetamine. It was like these things were treated as like a tonic or whatever. They were not always, what do you call it, evil. It's just a war on drugs that made them that way. The problem is that people then presume it to be something, and if they have no first-hand experience, then it becomes tantamount to it being the devil itself. And so, what things that you might think are inherently evil are like maybe not inherently evil. It's like a gun is not inherently evil either, and so that's why I said that maybe what I have to hide is like just something that's it's it's not in order to subvert anyone. It's that it just has to have a chance to happen because nobody because things that people judge things that without even realizing that they're doing it, and then they it's like they think that they're trying to help, but it's like that's how they that's why I call it re-crucifying our Lord. It's like when you have here, let me turn this back on the picture for a minute. When you have like this guy that has bought a new crucifix, I guess, and that he's he's going up to the wall to hang it up, and he's so excited that he hammers it in, and he's like keeps hammering way too long, and he's like pounding on Jesus' head, That's what I call like re-crucifying our Lord, because you mean to like, it's like all for you. So you're hammering it up on the wall, but you're so excited that you don't realize that you're smashing the thing to bits, right? And this is what people do. It's like they mean well,